What the heck is e-farming? And how does the next retail slave from Toronto make $403,919 a year e-farming from his laptop for just 5 hours a week? Watch this video to see and understand how average people of all ages, ethnicities, and education backgrounds are walking away from their jobs and retiring early by e-farming from their laptops, and how they are doing it without an office, licenses, going back to school, a commute, taking big financial risks, or harassing friends and family. Like Bill from South Plainfield, New Jersey, who is now enjoying a passive income of $3,000 to $6,000 a month after starting with e-farming just a couple of months ago. And like Anthony from Wales, who recently made $40,000 with e-farming in just 1 month. E-farming is one of the greatest money-making opportunities of our generation. Both Forbes and the Wall Street Journal argue e-farming is far more profitable than social media. And even Hollywood celebrities are turning to e-farming to make passive income outside of the media spotlight. But you don't need fame and notoriety to make money with e-farming. In a moment, I'll share how you can break into e-farming without any previous experience in the next 30 days and start making $100, $300, and even $998.50 a day from home or while traveling the world. My name is Igor KHEIFETS, and e-farming saved my life. Thanks to accidentally stumbling into this incredible opportunity, I was able to fire my boss and start making $100 a day online without any previous experience. I was then able to scale my income to $300, $500, and even $1,000 per day, working from the comfort of my home on my own schedule. I no longer obsess about day-to-day living expenses or being able to pay for the little extras in life, like a nanny to help around the house or a 5-figure home renovation project. I can work as much or as little as I want, thanks to having multiple streams of income through e-farming. I don't have a jerk boss to kiss up to, and I don't have to beg my manager for a vacation or a day off. In fact, I can take off on a trip anytime I wish because I can make money from anywhere. Sometimes I think I'm dreaming because just a short while ago my life was living hell. I grew up in a small town where jobs were really scarce. My parents wanted me to get a good education but didn't have the money, so they put me in a military academy for minors, where I went to school for an affordable tuition, and in exchange, I had to serve extra years in the military. Upon discharge, I struggled to find a decent job, so I became a security guard at a chemical production facility that produced poisonous pesticides for Central America's agriculture industry. This job sucked not only because it paid peanuts, but also because people who worked there didn't really live that long. You weren't allowed to step onto the premises without a mask, and for every 45 minutes of work, you had to step outside for at least 15 minutes so your lungs don't get damaged. They also wouldn't let you leave until you had a thorough shower using a special bio soap to wash the chemical fumes off your skin and hair. But that hardly helped. One guy I knew who worked there for 20 years died from lung cancer in his 50s. That job was a health hazard, but it wasn't the worst part. I was getting tired of the rat race. I was exhausted and stressing out over bills. I wanted to travel, to see new places, to go on an adventure, but I could never afford it. Taking time off work meant losing money and potentially losing my job. I was growing pretty frustrated with my life. Something needed to change, but I just didn't know how to change it. So I turned to the self-help section of the internet, and I started reading books by all the legends of self-improvement, like Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki, Brian Tracy, and all the others. Until one day, I went to Tony Robbins' website, where I noticed he was doing what I would later coin as e-farming. That's interesting, I thought. I wonder if other self-help gurus do it too. So I went to Bob Proctor's website, and he was doing it. I went to Tim Ferriss's website, and he was doing it. I went to Robert Allen's website, and he was doing it too. Jim Rohn was doing it, and even Joe Vitale from The Secret was also doing it. All these people were rich and successful, and they were all e-farming. It got me thinking, can other rich and successful people be doing it too? Surely enough, I discovered that almost everybody was doing it. In fact, Oprah is doing it on her website. Lady Gaga is doing it with her brand, House Laboratories. Tyra Banks, the famous supermodel and TV host, is doing it with Smice Cream, brand that she owns. Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, is doing it. Venus Williams is doing it with her brand, 11. Ed by Ellen is a brand owned by Ellen DeGeneres, and she's doing it. Rihanna's doing it with her brand Fenty Beauty. Kristen Bell is doing it to sell diapers and cream. And even Hugh Jackman is doing it to sell coffee. Barack Obama is doing it in order to collect donations for his foundation, and even The Rock's doing it with his brand Terramana Tequila in order to sell more tequila. And that's barely scratching the surface. So now I'm seeing all these household names e-farming, right? So the question then becomes, can someone like me do it? Because I'm not a celebrity, I don't have a website, I don't have any products to sell, I don't have any business experience, and I've got no money. My initial response was, no way. But what did I have to lose by trying? There were three possible outcomes if I tried. I could fail, which would put me exactly where I was now, or I could succeed, which would make me rich, or I could land somewhere in between, which is still better than where I was at the time with my life anyway. So I decided to give e-farming a shot. But where do I even start? I scoured the internet until I stumbled into a small group of people who were making 6 and even 7 figures with e-farming. Now the weird thing is, they weren't celebrities, they were everyday men and women who figured out how to get started with e-farming without any money, without any web design skills, without any marketing skills, and without any previous experience. I desperately wanted in, but they wouldn't share their secrets for free. So I forked out the cash to become an insider. What happened next was beyond my wildest dreams. Within a couple of weeks, I started receiving checks in the mail. Having another source of income, I was able to finally live a little. I was able to go on a real vacation with my girlfriend. I started taking her out to dinner. And within a few short months, I had multiple streams of income bringing in thousands of dollars a week. I was finally able to buy myself a brand new car, buy a ring and propose to my girlfriend, settle down and have our first child, all while traveling to Europe and other places like Vegas, enjoying our life. I no longer worry about money. Now I sleep like a baby knowing I've got a big rainy day fund that my family can fall back on in case anything bad happens to me. E-farming gives me passive income, multiple streams of income, time freedom, location freedom, and ability to live life on my own terms. And remember, I'm a nobody. I started out without an MBA, funding, or rich parents. I'm not some kind of genius who coded a software from his dorm room. I never even been to college. I am just a small town kid who followed a system. And if you stick with me for a few more moments in this video, I'll show you how to do it too. Like I showed Paul, a teacher from the UK who is actually making $10,000 per month in the spare time using e-farming while still teaching full time. So let me share with you how e-farming works. You know how social media influencers get paid by businesses to post on Instagram, TikTok, and other platforms? To make money this way, these influencers must have millions of followers. But did you know the same businesses are paying even more money to e-farmers like me who don't even have any social media presence in exchange for just 10 minutes of work? Why? Because according to Forbes, every dollar they pay an e-farmer gives them $42 back. E-farming is a process of building an email database of people who ask to be kept informed via email about offers and products they could benefit from. This is the opposite of spam, because the email addresses are obtained on a strictly permission basis. In other words, these people want to receive emails from you. In fact, according to an Adobe study, 61% of people prefer to receive offers in their email in order to buy stuff. So is it any wonder people like Barack Obama are actually doing e-farming as we speak? Or people like Tony Robbins, or Bob Proctor, or Oprah? They do it because email marketing makes them a lot of money. But you don't need to be a best-selling author or a world-famous talk show host to start making passive income with e-farming. Remember, I started out without a following, without website building skills or a product idea, without any business experience or business education, and without money or aka seed capital. I was just a broke loser living with my parents, working a dead-end job. In a moment, I will show you a simple 3-step system anyone can use to break into e-farming in the next 30 days from scratch. But first, why email? Well, just look at the numbers. Pound for pound, email just performs better than social media. One email subscriber produces 39,400% higher response than one social media follower. And there's many studies that have been done that prove beyond any shadow of a doubt that email users just buy more and buy more often than social media users. World's leading business publishers like the Wall Street Journal and Forbes agree that social media is not the hottest channel. Email is. The reason your inbox is exploding with emails from other people and businesses is because email is where the money is. In fact, making money with email is as easy as pressing the send button, and I'll prove it to you in this video. I'll explain to you in a moment how I make as much as $40,476 just by sending out a couple of emails, and how my students easily make as much as $10,000 in 3 days doing the same, just like Albie here from Australia. But first, let me explain to you how to grow your own email subscriber base from scratch, because the larger your subscriber base, the more money you will make. Common mistake is to try and build an email subscriber base using traditional prospecting methods, but those take a long time, a lot of work, and involve a lot of pitching. Another way to do it is to become a content publisher to attract email subscribers through your work, like publishing a blog, writing books, producing video content, and things like that. But it can take years before you have a decent-sized subscriber base. Instead, to build a large e-farm quickly, we're going to use something called email drops. This is a little-known shortcut I use to build huge e-farms in a matter of weeks, not years. Here's how it works. There are tons of people on the internet who publish email newsletters. Think of these people as radio station owners or newspaper publishers who command attention of a large audience, but they do it exclusively through sending out daily, weekly, or monthly emails. Instead of prospecting for emails, we get these publishers to invite their email readers to join our e-farm in exchange for a small one-time rental fee. This is 100% CAN-SPAM and GDPR compliant shortcut to be putting thousands of email subscribers in your database overnight on autopilot. The cool part is you can not only build a large e-farm in a matter of days this way, just like Darren did, who built himself a $300 a day e-farm in a matter of just a couple of months, but you can also build multiple e-farms at the same time in different niches in order to create multiple streams of income. Once you've got a couple of thousand email subscribers in your database, we're going to use done-for-you income streams to monetize your growing e-farm. Now, this is important. We're not going to manufacture any products. We're not going to negotiate with suppliers, and we're not going to build a brand. We're going to partner up with companies and share the links to their website with our email subscribers by sending out pre-written e-letters using automated software. I'll tell you more about the software later. First, what sort of companies do we partner with? Well, this might sound surprising, but you can actually partner with Amazon, Walmart, Expedia, Nordstrom, and even Under Armour in order to make commissions this way. This is called affiliate marketing, and it's a pretty big industry. In fact, it's about $12 billion big, and it's responsible for about 15% of all sales made on the internet today. Businesses all over the world are willing to pay the big bucks to e-farmers like you and me for recommending their products and services, so we can get paid for every click we send from our e-farms to other people's websites. Now, the downside of partnering with household brands is that they don't really pay a lot and they don't really do residual income. Some will only approve you if you're an influencer on social media, and the biggest downside of all is that there's tons of competition. But the good news is that if you stick with me until the end of this video, I'll tell you of private, done-for-you income streams that pay big commissions like you're seeing on screen right now. In fact, I'm using these done-for-you income streams to make as much as $9,291 in a single day, as much as $72,000 in commissions in a single week, and as much as $32,000 promoting these secret, private, done-for-you income streams. But there's more. These secret done-for-you income streams provide you with pre-written e-letters by professional copywriters. So all you have to do is just copy and paste the e-letter into the automation software, press send, and get paid. Now, what is this e-automation software, and what does it do exactly? E-automation is a way of sending thousands of emails with a push of a button without having to do the work every time. Here's how it works. Let's say you're adding 100 email subscribers to your database every single day. And let's say it takes you about 10 minutes to load an email into your e-automation software and blast it to everyone on your email distribution list. And let's say you're promoting something that pays you $10 per sale.